Yeah. Because I didn't really get to where I was trying to go. Heard Pat. Well, I just heard like a piece of their podcast by the Hydrant. I think it's what I need to get that name. By Matt and Pat, Patrick Shepard, Matt Hughes. You can find it. I think I'll put it in the description or something like that. That's what I'll do when I post this. But I'm just seeing how life mirrored, like, uh, what is it, successful people kind of think about type thing. But I just heard Matt. He was talking about. I basically I skateboard every day, so I mean you're gonna be crashing that concrete every single day. You're going to interact with the sidewalk every single day. To get one small trick, a mastery of one small trick is how he equated it to. So basically, so life is easy. He's like basically asking on a date, what's that? That's easy to do. That's nothing. And that's my general philosophy on life is go out there and do your thing and practice. What's life? Do the most difficult thing that you can find and think of. See, now we're here. The most difficult thing practically that you can do comparative to life, that's life is easy. You put yourself on easy mode. So it's the same thing that I damn do. I put myself on difficulty mode, on hard mode, all day, every day. That's how I move through life, period. I always make things more difficult than they have to be because that's where mastery lies. That's basically where mastery lies. That's how you master. And you think mastering little things, like master your job, master cleaning, master whatever. And you think that stuff it's not really small. All this stuff is meant for you to master. You wasn't meant to go to a job and just kind of work a job and try to go kind of sleepwalk through a job. No. You go and find the most efficient way to do as much as possible because that makes you valuable. You have to learn value. You have to have a value system. You don't go, my belief is you don't go nowhere that you don't increase the value of that place no matter where you are, whether it's for you or somebody else or your job, wherever. You're supposed to constantly, lifelong increase your value on all around the smallest damn thing that you wouldn't think of. Don't just drag yourself through something. Learn it, master it. Once you master it, you're going to be doing it as a breeze. You're going to like actually doing it. You're going to actually like working. If you want something out of life, you're going to have to actually work for it. And you learn that process through these bullshit jobs, man. That's how you learn it. You go master this, you go master that. You go the most mundane things. Best way to take out the garbage. Best way to pick up your room. You should have that knowledge in your head. And then that starts to trade off into other things. In particular, dealing with annoying people at your job. Boom. I'm a black guy that works at a job. Boom. So I'm constantly going to be annoyed because I'm so quiet at work. And I work so fast and I'm just running here and running there. Not really, you're going to have to kind of tab me down. You have to run me down basically to get basically my attention. And I'm focused because I want to do the best job possible. That's something for me, not for them. I'm supposed to be the best human being that I can be within any space I'm in. That's just what I believe. It trades off in life because you learn that. Once you learn that, you start to put it to other things. How I play my Super Nintendo, man. This little stuff. Everything, everywhere that you do functionally as a person has to be, you have to functionally learn to do it very well and very fast. That's just what I believe. And seeing them talking, they were talking about basically skateboarding, what's life? We be doing all this crazy stuff on these skateboards all day. What's life? Doing this and they equated like the most difficult things, like asking out on a date or doing whatever that young folks do. I'm no longer a young folk, so yeah. I had some memories were rattled up in that head. But yeah, it's pretty damn dope. You start to, I never knew this was a real thing, starting to master your environment. This is important. Mastering your environment. Man, you have to temper your tolerance, everything. You have to be able to deal with just about everything, and then master that process, because you run it back. And what gets me to that stage of development, to where you always sitting pretty, that you chill, that you what's name, you just got to do, you got to put in your work, just got to put in your hours, and everything else is cake basically on anything you do. Because remember, I work 8 hours there, and I come here, and most days I probably work about 4 to 6 hours if I do something. If I'm doing something important, maybe more, and that's not even including when I'm sitting in front of that computer, editing and all the other stuff. But yeah, it might be an even 8. I think I might be 6. I need to count the hours. I know I go to bed usually at like about 2 in the morning, if I can, or 3, as soon as I can. But the thing is, I'm staying busy on both ends, but still chilling, because I mastered these things. I don't deal with the regular stuff that people deal with. I mastered the environment. I don't have any of those problems. I had to sit back and do a lot of thinking and a lot of soul searching and just figuring it out. What kind of life do I want? Wherever I'm at, whoever I'm around, because your neighbors are always included to wherever, unless you live in a house by yourself. Most people don't do that. It's like, and how is that done? You have to be proactive with these things, because you want ultimately a positive result. You're going to have to basically put your nose to the grindstone to really master your environment. Like that, basically that just means that anything in the environment that comes in the environment, that you can deal with it and even sometimes counter it. I have to do this at work constantly. That's where I got the skill from that I didn't know I had until I started applying it at home. I didn't even know I had the skill. But dealing with people, that's a factor. You can't move into something and think you're living by yourself wherever you live. That's just what it is, man. You might as well have a gravy cake time while you're there, because you can take anything. Your tolerance, you literally you expose yourself to tolerance, as in dealing with stuff. Like when you hear somebody yelling, you go see what they're yelling about. Or somebody making it annoying or being annoying towards you, you literally engage the conversation to see what they gonna do. This mostly comes from work, because that's where all the annoying people I know is at work. So, and just boom, and now I'm here, feet flat on the ground. I'm able to work whenever I want. I'm able to produce any time of the day. I can get up and work. And once again, it falls into the manosphere, because these are unknown, hidden secrets that are basically hidden from plain view. And constantly people are going to test you on everything. Everywhere you go, everywhere you be, it's going to be someone there that's going to test you every time, no matter where you at. And I know all of you have seen it at that job. And they were just talking about it on their podcast, and I just feel it's just prudent. I expose myself constantly to the extremes. Once I identify them, it's about mastery. And then I'm looking back about all the stuff I did, all the stuff I'm doing now. I designed my life to be that way. And I just recently realized that I just kind of wormed out all the challenges. I'm sure it's something else out there that's going to annoy the shit out of me. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure. But for right in this second, in this moment, I at least have the tools to, and I've been looking at the viewfinder the whole time. But anyway, I've learned an adequate strategy to deal with anything, almost anything, just about anything that that I can think of. And what this affords, all this hard work, all this really you're going in self. And basically, once you do that soul searching, and you start addressing these things with the power of your brain, of your mind, of your human mind, you address all of these things. What's important, what's not important, what do I do in this situation, what do I do in that situation? Like at work, I keep going back to work because that's where that was the biggest problem. It was a quality of life issue that I had to conquer. And it's just basically keep your nose to the grindstone. Once you have mastery over stuff, you're focused on increasing that mastery. You're not focused on people around you. Focus, learn how to meditate, learn how to do things that can put you in a very focused state to where you can conquer anything that anybody brings to you to that point, like that. Like stupid genius level stuff to where you really know how to think yourself out of the situation to the point that you just simply react to what's in the way and it's just out of the way. I say, what do I do to conquer this situation? And it's like, it's not even nothing you say, you just do. And I've conquered a lot. And now, especially with this damn camera, and the sky is just the limit. I don't say mastery of anything, just the sky is the limit. Understand there is no ceiling. That's the biggest thing you got to get around. That's the biggest underlying goal that you're going to find, that there's not really any ceiling. And like really nothing really can stop, functionally can stop you. Not really. Because your determination can always conquer that, can always handle that. You can always adapt to the situation. Just under the word adapt. Basically, that's what they were saying, that you adapt. Things happen, you adapt. That's it. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. You're trying to go to work here. You're trying to make it happen. Whatever it is, it's all the same to me. It's just another accomplishment under my belt. It's not really something that I think about functionally. It's more about just doing. I just react. This is like this, so I'm going to do this. And those young brothers, they're going in the right direction. Well, they've been going in the right direction. So, this is a video from a weirdo older brother looking at the viewfinder, just like an old man looking at, for this particular video, looking at the viewfinder. Like I be seeing like other YouTubers like looking at the viewfinder. But yeah, this is Terror Time signing off. I'm gonna get out of here, and it's time to, I don't know what it's time for. Oh, I got a video editing. Oh yeah, I got video. I gotta post a video or something. But stay right there. I'll be back sooner than you think. Deuces, still looking at the viewfinder. Oh.